The commercial vehicle industry continues to see strong growth momentum. We caught up with Ashok Leyland's CTO N Sarvanan, who said that the company is coming up with a range of LNG and electric vehicle options in the next 12 months. And Ashok Leyland is also working on both hydrogen fuel and hydrogen fuel cell vehicles for the future. Listen in.
We are looking at a good momentum, particularly in the heavier segment. It has been our forte. We're looking at larger tonnage trucks, both in the construction tippers and also in the haulage segment. I think the movement has been good in the heavier vehicles for us.
Right. Now, speaking about the push towards alternate fuel vehicles and electric, what is the percentage of CNG sales in your portfolio currently?
I think CNG has been, as you know, has been down for a couple of quarters because of the pricing challenge there. But at one point, the industry itself was seeing about 50% market share in the ICV segment, the smaller trucks less than 16 ton. That's come down a little bit. It's about less than 10-15%. But what we are doing is not waiting for necessarily the vagaries of the market to drive the decision what we do. We actually develop the entire range of products.
And in terms of alternate fuel technologies, which are the fuels that you're working towards?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, unlike passenger cars, where there is probably a very solid roadmap to say from gasoline to maybe some CNG to EV, in the commercial vehicle it's a lot more challenging. It depends on the application. There are applications where battery electric vehicles also make sense in the smaller LCV segment, maybe even the mid segment of ICV, maybe even in the medium duty for short distances. There's also technologies like CNG, LNG, of course, depending on the range and so on. We're also starting to do seeing a lot of momentum, at least on hydrogen, right? Not necessarily happening at the ground, but at least a lot of talk about it being available.
What about electric vehicles, lithium-ion batteries? By when do you think you will be able to roll out a truck in that segment?
So I think we will definitely see in the next 6 to 8 months the lower end, the sub 2 ton and the less than 3.5 ton trucks coming out with the battery electric vehicle. The bigger, larger trucks.
This will be on last mile mobility?
Last mile mobility, absolutely. It's for last mile mobility. The larger trucks, I would say more than 7.5, 8, 10 ton to 16 ton. What you'll start seeing is not necessarily a full-blown launch. What you'll see is a lot of proof of concepts, a lot of pilot lots coming out over the next, I would even say 12 months. You'll see a whole variety of, not just battery electric, but you'll see a variety of fuel options being seeded in the market. And that is the way for us to learn. Not just in technology, but also in terms of what the customer actually wants in these technologies. Yeah.
Right. Now, also to speak about 2030, what would be your product mix or your fuel mix by then?
No, I think if till 2020 things were very sort of boring in a sense, right? In terms of technology-wise, we do a lot of diesel, a little bit of CNG. 2020 to 2030 is a messy decade. We're going to have so many combinations of fuel. What will come out at the end of 2030? Not very clear. As I said, it will be fragmented. There is no one clear winner. There will still be diesel in certain segments, we believe, especially where it is a very arduous applications, deep mining and so on. It could still be diesel will have a certain play. You will definitely see EVs come a long way, definitely in the bus segment. The intra-city bus segment will probably move to a large extent towards EVs. You'd also see a significant penetration in the light commercial vehicles. I mean, we are guessing at least 25 to 30%, maybe even larger, depending on how the supply chain works out, right, in terms of the battery electric vehicle. You will definitely start seeing inroads being made in hydrogen-based fuel. So we see actually a combination. We don't see a clear winner at this point.
On that note, we take a short break, but don't go anywhere. When we return, we get you a conversation with Shailesh Chandra of Tata Motors and Martin Schwenk of Mercedes-Benz.